Previously on the Infinite Escape Room.
Is there anything in those holes if we...
Suck!
Oh, yeah. Just suck it and see it.
That's some kind of great god, isn't it?
The god of poor choices. I would like to suck on your number 2 hole.
Well, this is an unintended yet happy accident.
Hello, and welcome to the Infinite Escape Room, the puzzling podcast where a gaggle of geographically diverse chums come together, solve a homemade escape room of the ears, and then bugger off to the pub for a drink. My name's Jamie, and I am an honorary member of the Guatemalan Secret Society of the Nonplussed Sloth. Our motto is El que no le importa folla, he who gives no fucks. And locked in with me today are a trio of tireless troubadours.
Jamie, that bullshit fact is absolutely plausible, and I object to this.
I am a member of many secret societies.
Yes, you are. I've been thrown out of a few too. Hello, my name's John, and I did not have a haircut until I was 14 years old.
Is that like a fear-based thing, or is it just that the hair didn't grow that much?
Well, it's actually partly true. Genuinely. So I did have a haircut before I was 14 years old, but it was entirely done by my mother with kitchen scissors.
Oh, my
classic.
We need photos.
Oh, my word.
Blunt kitchen scissors. I would hide from her. Which I know paints a very bleak image of my mum running around the house wielding some scissors.
Blunt scissors.
Shouting my name. But yeah, it hurt so much, I would hide and hated to have it done.
Oh, God.
At 14, I finally went to a barber's for the first time.
And you were like, this is what it should be like. Oh, bliss. I mean, did you get like the bowl on top of the head as well before the cut?
No, she didn't go full cult.
Okay. You must wear the potato sack now, John.
It was a bad time. She would just cut freehand.
Oh, wow.
Here's a look.
And the results were uneven.
Hello, I'm Laura, and I was going to start a sock making company, but then I got cold feet.
Oh, jeez. It's like he's in the room.
Where do you think you guessed them from?
Are you the source?
Mm-hmm. Some of them, anyway.
There are two kinds of people who are listening to this right now. 50% of them are cringing, and the other 50% are most likely dads going, that's a fucking fantastic one. Love, guess what?
I have to admit, his one where he did glass blowing and said that he smashed it, I did steal that. So it's a great joke.
That was one of mine.
Great joke.
No.
And the crochet kite.
The problem is I'm going to use all these. I fully intend on using these in the near future. And by that, I mean probably later on tonight.
The very near future.
Yeah.
Good evening, or good afternoon, or good morning even. I'm Step. And I once trod on a famous actor's feet in a lift.
Oh, what was the name of the lift?
It was the Covent Garden lift. So you can do the stairs, which takes ages, or you can queue for a lift, which takes ages. I got into a lift and I stood on someone's feet by accident. And it was Brian Blessed who told me in no uncertain terms to go away.
I can't imagine he would actually say, though. I don't imagine those words have ever left Brian Bless's lips, because that's far too polite.
Yes, a variation of that.
There's definitely something missing here. There's something like, what would it be? Like I trod on Brian Blessed's foot in a lift and it was over in a flash. I don't know, something.
Very, very good. Very good.
Oh, goodness me. Look, it's spreading, Laura. You see what's happened? It's spreading.
I'm sorry.
Do you know, I would kill to be shouted and sworn at by Brian Blessed.
Oh, I would too. It'd be one of those. Was it a cameo? That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? You can hire celebrities to say things to you and do happy birthday, and like Brian Blessed just insult me. That'd be amazing.
If Brian Blessed is on Cameo. Good Lord.
Let's do it.
Let's club some money together.
Yes.
Patreons. Unite.
That's where all the Patreon money is going.
You can put us discussions alive.
To get Brian Blessed to swear at us. Money well spent.
Actually, he'd be a great replacement voice for the previously on the Infinite Escape Room. Imagine if that was Brian Blessed. If you hit that podcast by accident, you would get your head blown off.
Last week on the fucking shitting. That'd be fantastic.
That would be amazing. Yeah.
I don't care how much money it's going to cost. Let's make it happen. Speaking of sponsorship and Patreons, This episode of the Infinite Escape Room is sponsored by the moon. That's right, that pale fucker in the sky does have a man who lives in it, and he's royally pissed that we've been getting free light from his property for all these thousands of years. Introducing Lunar Illumination, or Illumination as it's being called. It's a premium grade product that will enable you to go about your business at any time of day. Do you need a little more light at 3 a.m. to see who's hiding in your bushes? Grab the God Ray package and blind your enemies. Or do you need to obscure your whereabouts at 3 a.m. because you're hiding in somebody else's bushes? You need the Twilight Zone add-on and become one with the darkness. Of course, everyone still gets basic moon access for free, but our listeners can now upgrade to the Illumination Starter Pack for free with a 30-day trial. Head on over to fuckyouimthemoon.com/infinite and get started on your path to Illumination.
That was harrowing.
I think you'll get glowing reviews.
Like somebody that had the depressing, legit details of late stage capitalism that really made it sing. Somebody's typing in that website right now, hoping to sign up.
You could tell I listen to a lot of podcasts. But also, this podcast wouldn't be possible if not for the love and support of our growing army of patrons. You keep us off the streets and off the air. No, you keep us off the streets and on the air.
There it is.
I haven't had a drink yet. That's the problem. And this week's episode is brought to you by Christopher Cherng, Ryann Sparrow, Dave Shaw, and Maggie B. But I would also like to give a little shout out to Chuck and Geneva Kaplan, who always take the time to comment on our Patreon posts and who listen to our episodes.
And now always have to forevermore because you've said it to everyone.
Exactly.
So they are locked in.
It makes my day to see that they've listened, which is more than that can be said for anybody else because they're the only ones that have said we listened to it, and they enjoy it. I hope you are enjoying and listening to this right now on your lovely Sunday dog walks, which is where I believe you engage with our content.
Okay, the best. Is getting creepy now, Jamie.
They told me I didn't. There's no bush watching at 3 a.m. I swear to God. So here's how the show works. Each week, one of us will present a part of the Infinite Escape Room, a Mobius curve of puzzles, themes, and dubious IP infringement, seamlessly linking to one another in an endless escape experience. This week, Step will be bringing the puzzle, while Laura, John, and I will try to solve it. If we don't manage it within the time given to us, then dire consequences shall befall us. And of course, escaping is thirsty work, so after each puzzle, we take a step halfway off infinity to the pubiverse, where we'll find a cozy boozer for a pint and a bit of a chat. That's the premise. Are you ready, folks?
Yes.
Sure are.
Then let's enter the Infinite Escape Room.
Now, as I understand it, the last time you were with us, we were in a cave.
Yes, we ended up, we went from one cave to another cave. We fell through into a bigger cave, and we were accompanied by the ghost of Mozart.
And pursued by a hench whale.
Yes, there was a hench whale pursuing us as well.
Well, I have news for you. We managed to escape the cave and find ourselves holed up in a hotel. And we are exhausted, but thank goodness it's a Premier Inn, so the pillows are comfortable. And we see a documentary about an event that happened 2 years ago. TV magician and mentalist Renard Fuscus entertained the nation with his incredible feats of mind control and escapism. But his latest TV performance, Judgmental, captivated the world. Broadcast live from a locked room with only 3 heavily secured doorways, Renard had the lights turned off for just 1 minute, and when they went back on, he was gone, with all 3 doors secure and intact. All that was left was a set of handcuffs, a small set of playing cards, and a blueprint. He has not been seen or heard from since that time, and it remains one of the most famous and supernatural locked room mysteries of modern times. Can the Infinite Escape Room team solve it and work out if and how he got out? We have a very simple rectangular room, brick walls. There are 2 doors either side of the room, and there is a safe door at the end, a metal safe door. In the center of the room is a table with a pair of handcuffs, which are empty, a small pack of playing cards, and a rolled up blueprint. On the right-hand side door, there is nothing on the door itself apart from a scary-looking heart, which has a skull-shaped symbol on it. And on the safe door, there is a dial, which has got the letters spelling out judgmental, and it has a scary looking club symbol on it. The final door has 2 pieces of wood boarded over across it, which say forbidden entrance, and that has a spade symbol on it. There is also a CCTV camera in the corner and an on-air light, which is flickering. So what would you like to look at? What would you like to explore?
Okay, could we just take a pause for a moment and just make note of the fact that all of this exists? Yeah. So the photographs that Step has given us are real and appear to be of a miniature version of this entire setup as described, exactly as described, inside a bookshelf. Is that right?
That is correct, yes. So it measures sort of 12 by 20. It's very, very small. So it's going to be, it's the next product or game. I'd prefer game from Enigmailed. And there are 3 Book Nook sets. They'll come as a kit and you can buy them, build them, and then play them. And then they can sit on your windowsill. But they take between, this is a slightly shorter one to build, they take between 5 and 6 hours to make and play.
We'll put the photos in the show notes as well, and we'll definitely be talking about this in the pub episode. But just to say, it is absolutely fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And the fact that you've made the entire thing a self-contained room small enough to fit on a bookshelf is, well, your eyes must be amazing for a start. And I can't imagine like the number of calluses, burns, and cuts on your fingers from making it.
They are shot.
So just looking at the things in front of us, Step, could I take a look at those playing cards, please?
Absolutely. So you've got 3 playing cards in front of you. You've got the Ace of Hearts, the 2 of Spades, and the 3 of Clubs.
I mean, one of the doors has a heart on it, one of them has a spade on it, and one of them has a club on it.
Indeed.
Yeah, so
they've all got spooky, scary skull faces on, though. Which gives me a little bit of the nervousness. Anything about the playing card box that's unusual or fun?
It appears to be just an ordinary playing card box. It's got the word judge at the top and mental at the bottom. So that's the name of the program that our magician was in. It was a live show where he disappeared in front of the cameras.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I appreciate this is a model, but for the dramatic purposes, I want to give the CCTV camera the finger.
Well, interesting. Okay, so
oh fuck!
Wait, what?
You'll
oh no!
You'll have noticed that it's a CCTV camera which hasn't actually been broadcasting, and when you look closer, there's no wires coming out the back. So you might want to take it down and examine it further.
Let's do just that. Rip it off.
Okay, you've now vandalised the room. The game is over. I'm really sorry.
No deposit.
It's a shame. We'll have to reset. No. You take it down and you find a paddle which has got a magnet built into it.
Okay, so
I would suggest that you look at the pictures again, because there might be a clue for what you could do with that paddle.
By paddle, could you just explain what you mean by that a bit?
I can. Imagine a child's cricket bat, which has got a large magnet at the end of it. A very small cricket bat.
Child's cricket bat, the magnet's at the end of it. I see a hole in the safe door. Is that correct?
There is a hole in the safe door, yeah.
Could I stick the magnetic paddle in the hole in the safe door?
This is just filled with innuendo. You do that and nothing occurs.
Give it a bit of a wiggle, just for good measure.
I personally think my magnetic child paddle is quite the euphemism.
That's a hell of a band name as well. Magnetic Child Paddle. So can we take a look at the handcuffs that are on that table? Are they like trick handcuffs or are they the real deal?
Well, it's unusual. They are they're manacles effectively, but they're still closed. Nothing appears to be out of the ordinary. There's no markings on them at all. It's as if he's slipped out of them and they're left on the table.
Would they normally be like a key operated set of manacles.
Yes.
Okay.
As you suggested, can we have a look at the pictures? The pictures on the doors, the hearts, the spades, and the clubs.
The number is relevant more. The number and the suit are relevant more than anything else. Yeah. If you think about where you got the magnetic rod from, that might give you a clue as to what you could do with it.
Yeah. So there's a sign that says CCTV in operation. Mm-hmm. Can I prod the rod on that?
You can. There's some scratch marks going from left to right on that sign itself.
Ooh, in that case, let me give that sign a rub with my magnetic child paddle.
Oh, my word.
Oh, this writes itself.
And could I rub it left to right repeatedly? Your words, not mine, Step.
You can hear the door loosening when you go one direction.
Okay, which direction?
When you move the magnetic paddle from right to left, you can feel the door loosening.
Okay. Can we open the door while it's loosened? Or does that not work?
You can indeed. So the door is open, and you have found yourself in front of a large sheet of tracing paper with symbols on it. It leads to another room, but that room isn't relevant at the moment.
Oh, okay. The sheet of tracing paper with some symbols on it.
Yeah.
Do you either show us it or describe it?
I can, but you need to be looking at something else as well, so I'm not going to show you yet.
Oh, cheeky. Mm. Okay. Can we take a look at the blueprints on that table?
You certainly was a good suggestion.
Yeah.
I will unravel the blueprints, and I literally mean I'm going to unravel the blueprints. So,
yes, so listeners, the blueprints are rolled up on the table.
Oh, hello.
Okay.
So we've got the blueprints that have been unrolled. It's sort of, well, the paper's blue, as befits the term blueprint. It's got the plan of a building, I'm assuming this one. It's got a little compass with the north pointing sort of to the top right corner of the paper, and it's got the word car park written beneath it. In the bottom right corner of that paper, it's got the word security area, and it's got floor plan written on it as well. And then we've got the building floor plan with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rooms. Each of those rooms has a different symbol on it. One room has got a symbol of a house that's having a Wii. One's got a symbol of like a devil.
This will be good.
A devil stick. It's got like horns on it, and it's got a staff. One's got a set of dumbbells that's also having a Wii. One's an upside down exclamation mark with scars. One is a barbarian's war axe, and one is a top-down view of a Minecraft character riding a bicycle and having a Wii.
Once again, the Infinite Escape Room basically boils down to a communal Rorschach test. It's all we're really doing. There's another piece of paper beneath the blueprint, which has a series of symbols on it. I note that the symbols, it has no other markings on it except the symbols, but they correspond to the position of the symbols on the floor plan, complete with the compass on the top right, though it is unmarked. So I wonder, could we lay... that's the tracing paper with the symbols on it.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I see.
I have very kindly laid them out.
Put them
together for you.
Oh,
yes.
bless you.
In that case, I guess we should lay the tracing paper over the floor plan. Before we do, though, looking at the floor plan, I'm pretty sure we're in that middle room with the sort of T with the army bits on the end of it.
The dumbbell having a Wii.
You are indeed. You're indeed.
Because it's got a door to the left and right and another door in the middle.
Oh, yeah, smart.
So, yeah, can we overlay the tracing paper using the compass on the top right to match them up and see what we get?
You lay the tracing paper over the floor plan, and there's just a jumble. The symbols don't correspond or sit in each other at all. It's a bit of a mess.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
I'm still going to draw them out as if they were connected, though. Make some nice, pretty shapes.
Having a Wii.
Most of them are having a Wii. I mean, I didn't write these. You know, this is. I'm just saying what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I've got to rewrite them now, haven't I? Because I've got a urinating house in my game. So let me draw you back to, you've opened the first room, which corresponded with the ace, coincidentally. We've got the door, which has got 2 wooden boards over the front of it, which you can see saying forbidden entrance. Those are in the photos and show notes. And then you've got the safe as well.
And that's got the word judgmental written on the dial.
Judgmental on a dial, yeah.
Okay. I've got a feeling we'll need to find the center of that dial before we can use it. So can we take the boards out of the door on the left?
You can indeed.
Let's do it.
So this door,
okay.
the boards come off quite easily, but
And then we open the door.
You open the door. That was easy enough, wasn't it? However, the entrance to the next room, which is the one with the urinating house in, thanks a lot, Jamie, for ruining it, has got a series of identical boards blocking the passage.
I want to do something crazy with that light to the top as well. Let's swing from it or something and see what happens. Just yank it down. Hope there's a vent above it.
It's a very cool... So for the listeners, Step has created the sort of terrible fluorescent strip light that you'd get in some kind of industrial plant room from years ago, complete with chains hanging down, complete with knackered wire going up to the ceiling. It's rather beautiful.
And is it lit up as well? It's actually lit up?
Yes, it's lit up. That's
Jesus.
The on-air lights up and the hideous fluorescent lights up as well, yeah.
So yes, we got 8 boards.
There's the words in the centre and symbols on either side. So the first one is behind, and then the symbol on the left-hand side is a line, it's a vertical line with 2 horizontal lines across it. And then the symbol on the right-hand side is like a sideways M. The next one is the word hole, and on one side it's got a circle with a dot in it, and on the other side it's a house. Then we've got judgmental, which on the one side has a triangle with 2 lines underneath it, and I think it looks like a dot in it. And then there's 3 L's stacked on top of each other on the other end. Next one is the word without. It's got a sidewards capitalised I on the one side and a diamond with a dot. Forbidden, a triangle with a dot and a cross with a long line underneath it. The word through, the square with a dot, and then a rectangle with a dot with 2 lines above it. The word entrance, which is like two flags kissing, and like a lightning bolt. And the word lever, which has almost like a Venn diagram of circles on the one side and a single circle on the other side.
Okay. I'm noticing a few words there. Forbidden entrance we've already seen. I'm also noticing lever, through, and hole. So, Step.
Yes.
Back in our first room, could I reach my arm through the hole in the door, in the safe door, and feel around? Is there a lever on the other side of it by any chance?
No, there isn't, unfortunately. You can't quite get your arm through that space. You'd need, say, a length of wood that could maybe get through there.
Like a plank of wood, like one of 10 planks of wood.
Yeah. I should point out that the symbols, all the symbols there that are in red have been scratched onto the board, but the 2 black circles are actually holes. And there's a small metal shank on the floor as well that you could perhaps use to join 2 pieces of wood together.
So, yes, lever hole. So the 2 boards with lever and hole on it have the hole with a circle.
Put them on the shank, and do you put the one that says hole in the hole and use the one that says lever as a lever?
Hey.
Nice.
Very good.
Let's do that.
We're going to stick our lever hole in the hole.
You're going to stick
your words, Step. Your words.
Yes. I realised that I walked into that. You've brute forced it a little bit, which is absolutely fine. If you put the patterns together, for example, if you look at the map, the blueprint, the urinating house ties in with the urinating thunderbolt, and that gives you a guide for the order of words. And the order of words tells you exactly to build the lever and push it through the hole behind judgmental. So the actual... When the order is correct, when the order is placed correctly, it actually says...
Yeah, I was trying to work that out. I had it all drawn out.
Entrance forbidden without lever through hole behind judgmental.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, I was trying to work out how they stacked on each other as well, yeah.
I should point out also that the room that you got the boards from, now that you can walk into it, is completely empty. There are no windows in it. There's no way of getting out of that room either. So you're going to put the lever through the hole in the centre of judgmental.
Yeah. Let's give it a push.
In the safe door.
Okay. So you put the lever through, you waggle it around a little bit, and you hear a clicking sound, and the safe door opens up.
Woo! And we win.
Yay!
Well,
You would.
partly. You're through to the final room. This is also empty. So you've managed to open all 3 doors in the correct order, but you've still not found how he escaped. So you need to go back into the room and look very carefully.
My money's still on that light shaft, that fluorescent light.
The on-air light.
We can examine the fluorescent light.
You can examine the fluorescent light. You can stand on, I suppose, if you were miniature, you could stand on the table and have a look at the fluorescent light. It's nothing particularly special about it. There's a few flies and wasps that have died in it and never to escape it again. It's hung rather low.
Now I'm fully expecting miniature versions of flies and wasps to exist on this model.
I think I'm going to have to add them now.
This is canon.
So,
and I have to say, the Sistine Chapel ceiling that you've done, Step, really is impressive.
It is quite
the level of
exquisite.
detail.
Yeah.
And the fact that that's going to be on every model.
And hand painted. So, yes, it's a lot of effort.
Oh God, that's repetitive straight injury right there. It's just waiting to happen. I feel sorry for your fingers and wrist.
Okay. What? Wow.
As we're looking at lights, can we look at the on-air light?
You can look at the on-air light, yeah.
Anything different or special about it? Or is it just a light behind a box that says on-air?
So the on-air light is lit up. It's red. And as you look at it, you notice that there is a small, very small screwdriver in a little gap behind the on-air light. A flathead screwdriver.
Nice.
Do we have a flathead screw?
Well, can we get that screwdriver out from where it is?
Yep.
Let's grab it. Right.
I'm trying to think of what to do with it.
Where have we seen a flathead or a screw of any kind?
Can a flathead screwdriver be used to open the manacles at all?
Ooh.
No use for the manacles, unfortunately.
Hang on. On the floor plan, so the second room that we went into, not the room we started in, but the room with the tracing paper on the floor there's another door out of that room on the floor plan. Is that door real?
No, completely locked, bolted.
Damn.
I'll say again, he escaped from that room.
From the centre room that we were in.
The centre room that you're in, yeah.
With a screwdriver.
With a screwdriver. Flathead screwdriver.
Something which we haven't done, which we normally do first thing, is can we have a look under the table in the middle? Is there anything under there?
Oh, good idea.
You can look under the table. So what you've got on the ground is a simple, large old oak floorboard. Some of the floorboards. Okay, so you have a look at the floorboards and you notice, as per the model, that they've not all been very well secured. Some of them have been nailed in. Some of them have only got certain corners nailed in.
Okay.
Oh.
And looking at the picture, there's one that has just like one corner.
On one of the photos, one of the photos that's provided us is a close-up. I thought it was of the playing cards, but it's actually a close-up of the floor.
Indeed.
Oh, Sepp, you scumbag. So the plank. So we're looking at a photo, looking down at this floorboarded floor, and they're sort of going up and to the right. And the plank 4 across from the left doesn't seem to have any nails or screws in it at all.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it
It's
seems
weird.
like sort of a bit loose as well.
Can we lever that one up, Steph?
Let's have a little look, shall we?
So we now not have only photos. Step is holding up the actual model of the room and the floorboard.
Oh, what? That is brilliant. That's friggin' cool.
Beautiful. That is Wes Anderson beautiful.
Love it.
Well done, team. You have successfully not only escaped from the room, but you've actually discovered how our main protagonist escaped as well. And players will find a note underneath the floorboard explaining that he was fed up with the limelight and wanted to hide away and thought he'd go with a grand gesture.
Woo!
Woohoo.
Well done,
Very
team.
cool.
That was very nice.
Now, How did he put the table back after he'd gone through the floor?
Right, so that's a very absolutely valid point, and I can explain that the floorboards actually lift up perfectly. I've measured it so that the floorboards lift up with the table on top.
Because the table leg ends up on top of that floorboard.
No, it doesn't. You can lift up the floorboards.
Oh.
He saw through your little ploy.
Yes.
I came up with a contingency. That is very well thought out. And yeah, absolutely gorgeous model as well.
Oh, thank you,
That was
guys.
very cool.
It is.
So you did very well indeed. It's a nice little locked. There's a whole range, and it's very Jonathan Creek. There's a whole range of locked room mysteries that I think are fascinating, and I wanted to build a locked room mystery, and I think that this is quite a nice. Like, I love those ones of how does someone get out if all the rooms. If the room is locked up and sealed tight and there's no way. So I was deliberately trying to make it as sparse as possible.
So that's it for this episode. Come join us next week at the Dirty Houdini, where we'll have a drink and a little chat about the room, what we just did. What?
A Dirty Houdini sounds like either a cocktail or something that you'd get arrested for doing to someone else.
I mean, depending on the bar, could be a little bit of both.
I'll have a Dirty Houdini.
From the bar or from the back room?
No comment, Millard.
Slide 100 quid on the table. Back room it is, sir. If you enjoyed this episode, then please leave us a review on your podcasting platform of choice. Every review really helps. And if you want to support the show, then consider joining our Patreon over at patreon.com/The Infinite Escape Room, where for as little as £1 a month, you can get early access to episodes and unlock bonus content that we don't show to the common folk. We love you lots, and we'll see you next time on The Infinite Escape Room. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.